Hello, everybody.
Good morning, friends.
Sorry for the delay.
How are we today? Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, we're doing good, Amanda.
Yeah, ringer's been run. Thanks, Nixia. Spanish Sass is here. Do Stuff Girl is here. Emma's here. She says good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Miss X Big Mac says hello. How are you both?
We're doing good, thanks. Sorry, I've been up for a while trying to cram everything I know about watercolors into 1 minute.
Yeah.
It was not easy.
Fossa says good morning. Vibrant Brimstone says good morning. Good
Good morning.
Marguerite's here and says hello from British Columbia.
Hello, how is British Columbia?
Hello, everyone. What a delightful day and good morning. Good morning to you. Veronica says hello. How are you?
Doing good, thank you.
Brian says good morning on my second cup of coffee and sketching before I get into that Shakespeare essay.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna need the
Leo,
coffee.
hi, I'm building Legos.
Oh, fun.
Sips of Pop says good morning from England.
Good morning.
How are you? Mr. Nobody's here.
Hey, Mr. Nobody.
And Do Stuff Girl says, how are we?
We're doing good today, thank
We are
you.
doing very well this morning. How's the weather over there? Let's see. 72 degrees already and very sunny today, which is nice. Dwayne says, what a coincidence, I was sketching.
Oh, good.
Great timing, says Hector, good morning.
Good morning.
Leo says, today is my birthday. Well,
Happy birthday.
Leo. Thank you for streaming, you're such a good artist.
Oh, thank you.
And you've helped me through some times of wanting to quit art, that small croissant.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy I could help.
Says the perfect stream to watch whilst I myself am drawing.
I love it.
Just a bish with pancakes says good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Everybody loves the Hobbit. Genevieve says first time I've caught a stream. LOL.
Well, welcome.
Nixia says good morning SBC.
Hey, Misty.
Raporso says hi. I've been practicing my drawings and became better and better because of you.
That's fantastic.
With little hearts. Little hearts.
Oh, I love to hear
It's
that.
actually 8:19 p.m. nighttime in India. Well, good evening, XYZ Cubing. Good evening from the Philippines. That's Azzy Tazzy. Ashwini says hello and love from India.
Hello.
Nevery says night here in Indonesia. Veronica is watching a horror movie. Better
Ooh.
view than me. I don't do horror.
Scary.
Bethany says I'm in all the places with a kissy face. Grace says I finally made it to the live.
You did.
Rywex says nice drawing. Filipino here. Hello, hello. That's Zachariah, the friendly giant.
Hello.
Yeah, I want to know what kind of Legos you're building too. Well, it's about to get to 11 p.m. in Malaysia. Your local person says hello from Germany. Shanta says it's 10:50 here. Good evening from India. It's morning, says Lynn. Well, it's morning where we are. How's that?
Yeah.
It is morning here in the Hobbit hole.
So this is Glöin and all of his glorious beard.
Okay, Braden gets a pass for not staying because Braden would stay, but their family is watching the extended version of Lord of the Rings.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's a total pass. Battlebrook says, I hope everyone is having a wonderful morning. I'm currently getting over a cold.
Oh, well, hoping you're feeling better.
Yeah. Greetings from Greece. That's Lena. Richard says, good morning,
Hello.
SBC. How you doing, Richard?
Good morning.
Sophia Moreno's here. Happy Earth Day, Sophia.
Happy Earth Day. So, for those of you who may not have seen it, I did a video on, oh, happy birthday, Six Bubbles. No, this paper was made by Paul Porosky, who sent it to me as a gift.
The sketchbook.
The sketchbook, sorry. And good evening from France. I've been asked so many times, can you do a video about watercolor? I've talked about different things about watercolor, but I just tried to do like everything I know about watercolor in under a minute. And it took me like 3 hours to put together that video. So if you haven't, please watch the video I just posted and let me know if it's helpful to you.
It is, let's see, 1750 is 550 in Estonia. That's Wadaxum. Are you free drawing?
Yes. Well, no, I mean, again, I am always looking at photo reference.
That small croissant says, honestly, how are you? Well, personally, I was lying and I'm terrible.
Honestly, Donna's sarcastic. No, we're doing good, thank you.
Yeah, we're having a good morning. I'm on my third cup of tea. No, second. No, third cup of tea. So I'm awake. First time watching this because of time differences. Normally I'm at school because it's still 3:50 p.m.
Oh, okay.
That was, damn bro, that's weird. Reese Sterling says, Happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day.
Are you a Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit movie or book fan?
I like the Hobbit book and the Lord of the Rings movies.
Madam Mercury says, hello, how are you? Good morning from Colorado.
Oh, hello. We love Colorado.
We did love Colorado very much. Nevri wants to know what you're drawing.
This guy is Glöin from the Lord of the Rings, or from the Hobbit movies. So this is Owen, and then Glöin, and then I think I have just 2 more Hobbits or dwarves left. Biffer and Boffer. So I got.
Are you sure we didn't do that? No, we didn't.
No, I did Bomber.
A bomber, that was it.
So I've done. Oh God, is it Ori and Nori?
Chloe says, I can't draw, but watching you makes me want to learn so bad. BQTE says, wow, I didn't know you live streamed. We do.
Yes,
indeed.
we do Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
At 9 a.m. Central Time.
9 a.m.-ish because I was late today.
Yeah,
and then we're gonna do Saturday evenings at 7 o'clock.
Yes.
This is all Central Time.
Correct.
So we used to do every day, but it got to be a little bit too much.
It's a lot. There's a lot of you. We want to be perky and happy for you, so we need a little bit of a break. Mr. Chaos says, hi Scott, I'm feeling much better now as I was sick a day ago.
Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Blue Hunter's Army loves your art.
Thank you.
Brett the Fresh Aaron's here and says, what are you drawing today?
Hello, this is Glöin.
Good Guy Reese says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate whiteboards?
Whiteboards?
A 26.
You mean like at school? Like the really slippery things that you use the markers on?
Honey. Yes.
I'm not really a fan of those. I've tried drawing on those before and didn't like them.
I love them. I like to make lists on a whiteboard, a giant 26-foot tall whiteboard.
I liked blackboards, with the chalk and everything when we were younger.
Chalk was good. Yes, I love chalk.
I like those better.
They don't make chalk anymore.
I know. It was just a nice feel to it.
We watched Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh gosh, that's one of our favorite.
Multiple times.
Yeah, one of our favorite series ever.
The story was so good.
Yeah.
I love the story. Joy Heath says, good morning. Could you please fix day 31 Lord of the Rings video? You have both the audiobook and the original audio playing, and it's difficult to listen to.
Really?
Oh
my gosh.
Know that.
Thank you so much. Which one is it?
Day 31. I got it, honey.
Day 31.
31 Lord of the Rings video.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah,
you.
Thanks, Joy. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Hi, I started drawing better and better. I'm so happy because you have taught me how to draw noses and hands, and I'm happy with the proportions. Thank you so much.
Love it.
Raporso.
I love it. My pleasure.
Star says, watching while working, ho hum.
Oh.
Yes, but it's Friday, Star. Zachariah the Friendly Giant says, I was just watching a YouTube short of yours, and then your live notification showed up.
Yay.
Woo! We love that YouTube does notifications because other apps don't. Alice says, you are doing great. You are my idol.
Oh, thank you.
Akira says, this is the first time I'm watching your live. In Asia, it's night right now. It's 10 p.m. at night, but I'm watching you draw.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Neat Carrot says, hello. I finally caught one of your live streams.
Hello.
Hello from Jakarta.
Jakarta.
Spanish Sass says, it's almost midnight in Japan. Yes, but you have the nicest stationery. I'll take midnight in Japan. Maybe that could be like a midnight in Japan, like a song or a book or a poem or midnight in Japan. But Ice Cube. Dwayne says I was just practicing drawing fan arts because I always draw my OCSs. The Recluse Janitor says, greetings and salutations, everyone. First time here. I should be drawing with you, but I'm lazy.
Well, you could be lazy with us. It's totally fine. Welcome.
Kate Overrocker says, I'm so excited. I just scored a lot of 41 Winsor & Newton professional tubes, brand new on eBay for less than $150.
Wow.
Lottery.
Wow. Congratulations.
Wow. That is a lot of paint. What are you going to paint? Now you have to tell us what you're planning on doing with those watercolors. Because I'm curious.
You guys just see that? My hand just slipped and I just put a line right across his face.
Well, guess what? We get to watch you fix it now.
I'm just going to pretend it didn't happen.
Uh-huh. I'm just going to pretend it.
Unfortunately, he's a dwarf and he's got lots of lines on his face.
You can make it work. Good night from Indonesia.
Good evening.
Steph Nerd's here. Yay!
Hey, Steph Nerd.
Hi, I love your art. I got bored and drew a random cat yesterday.
Cool.
Noodles says hi from the Czech Republic.
Hello.
The way you form shapes and perceive things and interpret them is crazy. Your work is so beautiful, and I have a lot I could learn from you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind of you.
Bammy says greetings from India. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yagubia Biamin says I finally had work off. Happy I could watch the stream.
I am too.
Blue Hunter says, Scott, you helped me draw humans. I didn't know how, but now I can.
Oh, that's fantastic. Humans are fun.
JMC says, start the good morning with a good sketch. Don't forget to have fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. His beard is crazy. It is, right?
He's got, and this, I love, look at this mustache. Ready? Let me see, make sure you guys can all see it. Look at it. It goes like that. It's like handlebar mustaches.
Ooh, it's almost midnight. Silver. I found your Animal Crackers channel. It's so cool. That's Graphite
Oh,
Smiles.
thanks. Thanks.
I just handed in my GCSE work to be graded. You helped so much with my work. Thank you.
Oh, fantastic.
Let's see. Avocado says that's so cool. Well,
Thank you.
avocados are cool. I mean, they make guacamole. This charm reminds me of Hagrid from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You're a hobbit, Harry.
It's really late right now, and we are having a meteor shower at 3 a.m. again. Thank you so much. That's report. So we're having a meteor shower at 3 a.m. I didn't know that. I'm a digital artist, but I still enjoy this, and it's helping me. That's HP.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, Hassan says good night from Pakistan.
Good night.
Good night. Sleep well, friend. Genevieve says happy birthday to all you birthday people. I hope you have or had a wonderful day.
Yeah, lots of birthday people.
Yeah. Eva says, what is your favorite painting so far in this sketchbook?
Oh, I really think I like Treebeard. I just think he came out so cute.
Don't give him a second and a half cup of tea. I am indeed. Anastasia says, hello, how are you guys doing? What tips would you give beginners who are getting started on body and facial anatomy? Because I have been trying so bad, but I can never get it right. Art hacks.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, if it's individual things like eyes and noses and ears and whatnot, then there's videos of that in the art hacks. But if you just want like proportions and whatnot, I put a link to my favorite book, which is How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way, and it's in my art materials list. So I would go to that and definitely get that book if you can. That really helped me out as a kid.
Sophia Moreno says, sorry, let me do Jasmine. I love your paintings and they're helping me a lot with overall values in my watercolor paintings. So grateful for all your videos.
Oh, thank you.
And then Sophia says that her university had a cute Earth Day fair yesterday and she got plants and ate so much free food.
Oh, that's fantastic.
HP has always wanted a Hobbit room. You too can have a Hobbit room. Lots of paint and faking it.
And you need a Ron.
Yes, you need a friend named Ron. EQTE says, Scott, do you have tips on using charcoal pencils because I might be buying one?
I really haven't used charcoal pencils since college, and that was 35 years ago. I wish I could. I mean, maybe I could go and try drawing with them again, but I'd really, if you're looking for advice, I would go to someone who's been doing it a lot, rather than someone who did it 35 years ago.
Isabel says, hello from Mexico.
Hello.
Sophia is very cute and says, morning mods, how are you all?
Oh.
We love our mods. They are wonderful.
Yeah.
Azzy Tazzy says, question for you guys. Have you guys ever traveled to a different country yet? If yes, what country is it? And do you want to go back there again?
Yes, you can take that, dear.
Okay, let's see. We've been to Mexico. We've been to Canada. We've been to London and Paris and Spain. And yes, we want to go back everywhere, but we also want to go, the list is exhaustive of where we want to go. We want to go to Greece. We want to go to Italy. We want to go see the pyramids in Egypt. I want to go to Morocco. We want to go to Scotland. We want to go to Ireland. We want to go to Belgium. We want to go to Switzerland. We want to go to Prague. We want to go, there's so many places.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've got a sketchbook I want to fill up. You know, I got travel journals and stuff that I want to be able to look back on a life through my art. I think that would be really, really fun.
Yeah. Francesca saw the watercolor video. It really helped me, and now I'm trying to get better. Thank you.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you for watching it.
Glöin is glowing.
Glöin is glowing.
My first live with you says, Wolf, I enjoyed your videos and can't wait to see some more. I'd like to see our Andy Griffith characters and the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh, those are some interesting ones.
Yeah. Andy Griffith would have some good lines on his face. Good afternoon from Scotland. That's Twig Draws. Strict Figures. Yay, I'm so glad I caught you before heading to bed. Thanks so much for your kind comment on my Jim Lee sketchbook study on Discord.
Yeah.
Looking forward to watching the replay tonight.
Fantastic.
Oh, here we go. Nixie says, Thorin, Balin, Dwalin, Bifer, Bofer, Bomber, Owen, Glöin, Dory, Nori, Ori, Philly, and Killy. I don't know how you remember all those, but there we are.
Amazing.
Craft TikTok says, hi Scott and Donna, let's have a great chat today.
Hello.
Great chat with you today. I love your watercolor paints and I love watching your shorts. That's Ava.
Thank you very much.
3D says, I'd like to sell my artwork at school, but I'm not sure how much I should charge.
Oh, that's a really difficult one. You have to look at your audience. I mean, if you're dealing with rich people, you can sell your stuff for thousands or tens of thousands or millions of dollars. But if you're dealing with students, you know, you might have to look at $10 to $15 to $20. You know, you got to think of what your students, what your fellow students are able to spend money on. And if you're going to sell your artwork for $10, don't spend hours on it. Try to find a way to do something in 10 minutes or half an hour. And so that way you don't feel, so that way the value of your time isn't lost.
Okay. Sophia says, not gonna lie, kind of happy that y'all started later today because I slept in, no classes today.
Oh.
Lily Jack says, good morning. Reporter says, I have a question because I am really curious. How do you shade? Because I shade using a smooth brush, a makeup brush. Please answer.
I shade with watercolor by doing layers. And you'll watch me do it, but I'll do my lightest colors first. And I just did a video on it if you want to look at it. It's about watercolors. But I go my lightest colors first, and then my medium colors, my midtones, and then my shadows later. So that's how I shade with watercolor. I'll shade differently with gouache or pencils. Every medium is kind of different in how you do your shading.
Okay, DJ Urant says he looks like Wario.
Yeah, he kind of does.
Which I think is absolutely hysterical. He says good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Just Go Outside is here. Hi! Says good morning, everyone. Happy Earth Day. Happy Earth Day to you.
Hey, happy Earth Day.
You guys need to check out Just Go Outside. They've got a great page about going outside. And when you go outside, you should take your sketchbook and a nice big bottle of water. I'm just saying. Preferably a reusable bottle of water. Do you listen to anything when you draw?
Yeah, I like to listen to music.
Seal. He listens to Seal while he draws. Really, really loud.
And Def Leppard.
Okay, well, I can handle that. You just play Seal on repeat
I
sometimes.
do love Seal.
It drives me crazy.
Or audiobooks.
Yeah. Do you enjoy writing or poetry?
Yeah, I like how my writing comes out. I don't enjoy the process of writing because it's just not how my brain works, but I've liked when I've written books or screenplays. But I enjoy the process of making art.
Sleepy Moth says, good morning, how are you? I hope all of you people have an amazing day.
Thank you. We're
Right
doing
back
good so
at you,
far.
Sleepy Moth, right back at you. I'm interested in writing, says Alice. What pencils do you use? HB?
For this, I'm using a 4H pencil because it is very hard and light, so it makes it easier for me to erase it when I go to do my inks.
Okay, Noodle says, could you do a studying the masters on your mom's work?
Oh gosh, yeah,
Your
that would be
mom
fun.
has done some beautiful things, really. She
Yeah,
has.
unfortunately, that's all we have is what she found.
Star says it's only Friday if you work Monday to Friday. I work Tuesday to Saturday. I'm sorry. I'll say that it's your Friday on Sunday. How's that? I love the Shrek video you did.
Oh, thank you. You know, if anybody wants any of those little cutouts of Shrek, we put them up in our store.
I'm getting to that. I'll do that today. Do you sell merch? We sell art, not merchandise.
Yeah, we have some art. We are talking about maybe doing some t-shirts or something.
We are indeed. Avocado says, I'm 12.
Oh, thank you for the sunflower.
I'm pretty good at art, but I hope when I'm older I'll be as good as you.
Oh, I'm sure you're going to be way better than me.
Let's see. David's here. It's Friday. The sagas are live. The day is getting better. Hi, everyone. And he put a penguin emoji in there. If you know,
Hey,
you
David.
know. Question for Donna. Have you ever made Scott draw something for you so you can gift it to someone? Holy cow. Sarah, so many times.
She just hands me a
Just-
photo and says,
I
I
do.
need you to draw this.
I
It's this
all-
person's birthday
I
or
do,
wedding or...
I do. Or this one's having a baby. Please draw this.
Yeah,
or this
yeah.
one's doing that. Draw that. Oh my god. That's the best part.
And you
about
got to
having
do
a
an
husband
Art
who can
Nouveau
draw.
and I need it this size
Exactly.
and...
I need it in this style, and can you use this type of colors?
And can I have it by 5 o'clock tonight?
That's the best one. He's like, when do you need this? I'm like, tomorrow? And then he looks at me, he's like, are you kidding? I'm like, well, you're fast. Oh, gosh. Yeah. That's the joy of having a husband artist.
And she has so much art, so it's like she's got
Oh,
Pride
okay.
and Prejudice and
But
Downton Abbey and...
But come on, it makes it so much easier for you because you know if you draw me a picture of Mr. Darcy, I'm gonna swoon. You don't even have to go to the store and buy me a present. You can just draw me something. Like, how easy is your life?
So easy.
See what I did there? See what I did there? Let's see. Oh gosh. How can I support you guys? Love you.
Thank you so much.
You're very sweet to ask.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, just watch the videos. We're going to be doing a Kickstarter maybe this weekend for the hair journal painting. So if you'd like to pick up one of those. But other than that, just come by and say hi. leave comments, tell people about us.
Yeah, share us with your friends. Avocado, it's mind-boggling how at the beginning of the stream you have a blank page and 10 minutes later it looks better than anything I could draw.
Oh.
Here. Okay, first of all, you're 12. So Scott has, let's see, 41 years more than you experience. So you
That's
cannot
true.
compare yourself to somebody who's
Yeah.
got 40 years experience, kiddo.
You just
can't.
experience is everything. Putting the time in is everything. So every day that you draw, every day that you practice, you're building up to something for your future.
I'm learning and I hate the way Cotman pans separate when you reconstitute the color on the palette. So I'm hoping the tubes reconstitute better on the palette. Could it be the hue? That's Katie.
It could be just the Cotman brands, because the Cotmans are the student version. So
Not the professional.
yeah, so you might just be dealing with just the fact that you're working with student paints. I have a set of the Cotmans and I didn't really have any problems with it, but I don't like, I only use the pans for when I'm traveling. I use the tubes. If you watch the video from today, I use the tubes. When I'm home.
And he explains how he uses the tubes. Quick question, I purchased a book titled How to Draw What You See by Rudy Durena. Have you heard of it or practiced with it, and what's your take if you have?
I have not. I'm not really a big book person, except for, like I said, How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. That was my Bible as a kid. The rest of the books that I have are books on other artists like J.C. Leyendecker or Norman Rockwell or N.C. Wyeth or something, and I just will look at that person's artwork and try to copy it. But I've never been good, even in school, with step-by-step instructions.
Whereas I need step-by-step instructions. Hi Scott, I've been watching all of your uploads lately and I'm loving it, but I have a question. Have you ever had a project you were skeptical about, but it actually turned out great? That's Bad Rhapsody.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of which one, but I can't see that not happening. I'd hate to be right all the time and I go, I'm skeptical of this, and it turns out to be a bad thing. So I'm hoping that every once in a while I'm wrong, but I don't remember.
What do you do in your spare time for when you're not drawing and for hobbies?
I play video games.
Do you ever sketch straight with ink and without a pencil sketch? I love your art and it inspires me to draw that.
Thank you. If you've ever seen Kim Diaz Home, he and I have done, we've done lives a couple times together, and I tried sketching directly with him. It's fun. It's a little scary, but it's fun. Not something I would do normally. He's the expert at it.
He always goes from pencils to inks to whatever.
Yeah, I also always use photo reference. He draws all of this stuff out of his head.
Kira wants to thank you for making the eye and mouth tutorials. It's really helped a lot to win art contests at their school.
Great. I'm so happy.
Koi Kwok says, hi fans from Hong Kong, love your art.
Oh, hello.
Let's see. Practice doesn't make you perfect, practice makes you better.
Yeah. There's no perfection in art.
No. World War Zombie wants to go to Belgium. The grandpa came from there when he was 12. It's always fun to go back. My grandpa came from Italy when he was 16.
Yeah. My grandparents on my mom's side came from Iran.
Oh, they did.
And
then they had to stay in Cuba.
Yeah, but I don't know if I could. I'd like to go to Iran, but I don't know if I can, I don't.
Politically speaking, I think it would be a hard person.
Yeah.
A hard place. I envy how much you two go out and adventure so many places around the world.
Oh, it's a struggle for us. I'm a really poor traveler.
He is a really bad traveler. I love him, but he is a terrible traveler.
My body doesn't like to travel.
The minute Scott leaves the house, he wants to go home.
Yeah.
So we fight through it.
Yeah, it's a real struggle, but it's worth it in the end.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't enjoy traveling. I enjoy coming home and looking at the fact that I did it. So it's kind of like working out for me. Like no one likes working out.
No.
But
Psychotic people like working out.
yeah, but you're happy after you've done it.
Saw you learning from the series, and I got hooked when I saw your time lapse of your last year's journey, and I'm one of your biggest fans.
Oh, thank you.
Anaruda Coley. And I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I'll take you to the pyramids here. We'll make tea and picnic there. Oh, Steph nerd. I want to go. The only place we went to Chichen Itza.
Yeah.
And we were able to go there, and it was crazy. Is Donna not reading the questions from the YouTube side of the stream? No, I'm reading questions from YouTube.
Yeah.
I am just jumping around a little bit. Let's see. Have you ever tried digital art?
Yes. I did Spider-Man and the Dreamland Chronicles digitally.
How do you draw and texture stuff that makes skin look realistic?
I mean, the best thing is obviously to look at photo reference when you're drawing, not trying to do it out of your head. And also, there's a video in the Art Hacks about how I do different kind of skins.
Strawberry Sugar Plum says you're one of my favorite artists.
Oh, thank you.
Erica says, good morning, Scott and Anna. Took a day off of work today. I'm coughing so much my chest hurts.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She has a sinus infection, poor thing. She's on antibiotics. Bless your heart, Erica. I hope, you know what you need? You need a big pot of chicken soup. That's what you need. The pencils are all labeled. That's how you know which pencil is which. It'll say 4H, 5H, 6H, 6B, all of that. I literally can't draw anything straight from my head because when I try to imagine something, I literally don't see anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Spanish Sass says, my body doesn't want to leave the house. It's really hard. Sometimes it is, and I think, I won't speak for anybody else, but for me, the anxiety I've had over the last couple of years with COVID has just exacerbated. I've always been the one that's wanted to leave the house.
Yeah.
And now I don't want to go anywhere. Now I want to shut the doors and close the blinds and stay home. So, let's see. I'm sorry your Wi-Fi is no good. I know it's hard sometimes when the Wi-Fi is not so good. Have you been to India? What do you think about it?
No, we were supposed to go to India. I was working on a movie. I was writing and directing a film for a studio there.
Canceled.
Yeah, and it got canceled. But we were gonna go out to India to go work with the team.
Mm-hmm. I have a friend who has done a lot of work over Kristen. She's been to India numerous times.
Yeah.
And I would love to go visit. Travel, I think, opens your eyes
to different cultures and people,
and different people and different ways of life.
You get really, really myopic seeing just the people that you're your
own little city, your own little town, your own little neighborhood.
Yeah.
You just get tunnel vision and you think the world looks like that, and the world is it's such a wonderful place. All sorts of different people.
Oh, thank you.
So.
Thank you for the hearts.
I have a problem with drawing in different art styles. Got any tips? That's the oddities.
I've never was good at it until I decided to try to study Alphonse Mucha. I was never able to copy it. But if you look at the mosaic video, you'll see that there's a lot of places that I just kind of I took a thing, like this person does an outline, and I like that. Like, you don't have to paint the same way somebody else does, but you can like a design element, or the way they compose the way they frame their image, or the colors that they use. So don't try to paint exactly like somebody else. Find an artist where you like some of the things that they do, and then copy that thing. Or you're not even copying it. You're adding that cool thing to your art.
Yeah. Eleanor says, I'm currently working on a character design that I really like the idea of, but it doesn't look like what I want it to. Should I keep trying until I like it, or think of another design?
I think that's up to, if you really like it, then just keep doing different sketches of it until it kind of comes together. But if you're on a deadline of some sort and it's just not clicking, then yeah, you're gonna have to abandon it and find something that works. But if you have the time and you think that there's really something there, put the time into it.
Nobody Bergen asks, hey Scott, love the art. I was just wondering if you've ever read Mouse by Art Spiegelman. It's a graphic novel about the Holocaust and it's one of my favorites. It's depressing, but I love your thoughts.
Yeah, I've met Art. I've had the copy of it. I never got around to reading it because I always just tend to avoid depressing books. It's like I love graphic novels. I've made several graphic novels. Like I said, I've met Art Spiegelman. If something is depressing, I just avoid it. And so yeah, but I know it's an important book and it deserves all of the awards that it has been bestowed upon.
Rose, I haven't seen that movie. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. Michael says you're an amazing artist and you inspire me to create and want to be a social media artist.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Katie says, man, I love watching you draw hair. I know, me too, right? Except I just wish my hair looked like that. I mean, not the beard part, but you know what I mean. X.NoJams says, awesome artwork, Scott. I greatly appreciate your work. I love the Lord of the Rings characters. You greatly inspire.
Thank you so much. It's very nice to meet you.
What is your most favorite manga, illustration-wise?
Appleseed.
Do you have any latest artworks related to your lovely wife? I saw all your artworks with your wife in it and I'm astonished. Aw, you're sweet. That's bad Rhapsody.
No.
I'm a lovely wife.
You are.
I'm something. But, nothing recently. You haven't drawn me recently.
No.
Just in his travel sketchbook, like when I'm, drinking tea or something. That's which I'm pretty much always doing. Hector says, my mind is blown the way you laid out that beard so quickly and smoothly. He really loves hair, and you know what it is like when you really love something, there you go.
Yeah, this is the last drawing of Donna was in Carmel.
Tim says, hi Scott, thank you for inspiring me to pick up drawing again.
Oh, hello.
World War Zombie says, my brother is an amazing artist. If he just practice and keep going with it, he could be so good, but he just doesn't do anything anymore.
The thing is that I had so many friends in elementary school, junior high, and high school who were so talented, so much better than me. But they didn't pursue it. And I think a lot of art is passion. The person with the passion to do it is gonna get better and better and better, because I think talent can only get you so far. You gotta have the passion to do it, and there's no knock on somebody who doesn't have the passion. It's just not their thing, and that's totally okay. But I think if you're,
you know what, maybe they're going through a moment, and maybe it's not their thing right now.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll pick it up at another point in time.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah, totally. But the point is that some people do have just a natural skill, a natural affinity for these things, but it's just not really their thing. I would liken it to somebody who can, throw a ball really far, but they didn't want to play football, or they're really tall and they could, and they didn't want to play basketball. It's totally fine, and people who really love that sport are like, I would kill for that kind of, talent. But not everybody should be able to do what they want to do. But that said, in art, the person with the most passion and dedication is going to go farther than the person with the most talent. Blow dryer.
Blow dryer. I have learned so much from your tutorials and I'm starting to like my art now. A big thank you. That's
Oh,
Tom.
that's wonderful, Tom. Thank
Have you
you.
heard of the game company Supercell? They made Brawl Stars and Clash of Clans.
I've heard of Clash of Clans, but no, I don't know the game company.
How long does it usually take you to draw pictures?
I try to keep them around an hour.
This one, with the pencils, the ink, and the watercolors, are about an hour, hour and a half.
Yeah. Blow dryer.
Lime Beans Animation says, I really loved your doodles of the doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure it was a doodle or a sketch? Or
The
was
doodles,
it a
the
painting?
doodles, no, the doodles are the small ones.
It was a doodle.
I've gotta do Eccleston. I have painted Baker before because he was my favorite.
Nate Cracker says, hi, I'm drawing little doodles with a pen too as I'm watching your live stream right now. You're motivating me even more.
Oh, that's great.
Let's see. My man making art while the family laughs. Yep, it was great. Just asking, who's the person reading the chat? I know they've already answered it because I saw that. I'm flipping around in the comments.
It's my lovely wife,
I'm not
Donna.
gonna tell ya. No.
Blow dryer.
Sophia says, Donna, my friends are literally coming over later today so we can watch Pride and Prejudice. They've never seen it. It's my favorite movie. Okay.
Oh,
Is it the Keira Knightley version or is it the Colin Firth version?
of course it's going to be the Keira Knightley version.
I'm asking. I'm curious.
Donna's a tea snob and Pride and Prejudice snob,
I
so
am not a snob. I'm asking which version. That's a legitimate answer.
so you can judge them.
Silently.
Snob.
Says, I've drawn out all the Middle Earth. I lost the comment. Oh, jeez. Okay, sorry, Tolkien lover. I lost your comment. I don't know where it went. I don't know where. Oh, wait. I've drawn out all the Middle Earth genealogies of elves, hobbits, men, dwarves, and even the Valar. It's fun to see how Galadriel is Arwen's grandma. Love your vids.
Wow, I didn't know
Are you
that.
kidding?
Blow dryer. Wait.
Okay, Tolkien lover, I really
Yeah,
would like
wait.
to
So
see
you're
that
saying
genealogy.
that okay, what is his name? Hold on. I'll find it.
Shadow Bane Dean says, I want to get back into drawing, but I want to use different paper than the standard paper. What do you think would be the nicest to sketch on with pencils?
Oh, with pencils?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just anything is fine with pencils. Something smooth. If you just want to do pencils, you can draw on copy paper. Okay, what is his name again?
Oh,
Arwen's dad is.
crap.
Let's see who messages this
I
first.
don't know. Guys, what's his name? Why am I drawing a complete and utter blank?
Elrond. Okay,
There we
so you're
go.
saying
Thank
that
you.
Elrond is Galadriel's son? Elrond's dad is Scott.
I'm confused. Yeah, I'm gonna need to see that genealogy, pretty please.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, see, Stefner gets me. I'm with Donna. In my Pride and Prejudice heart, it goes BBC, The Lizzie Bennet Diaries, and then 2005. I would agree with you, except I need to watch more of The Lizzie Bennet Diaries. Oh, of course, Sophia says the Keira Knightley version.
So they're saying...
How did you know?
Elwing... Oh, wait, hold on. Elwing is Elrond's mother, not Galadriel.
Elrond's wife is Galadriel's daughter. Wait, his wife is Galadriel's sister. Okay, I'm confused. You're gonna have to send me this
You guys are kidding.
Because I'm confused. David Finch streams on YouTube too. He's a comic book artist and his wife helps him by reading the chats too, but the difference is she makes fun of him while doing that. Poor Dave. Oh, do I need to make fun of Scott? I can totally do that. I mean, if you prefer. I'm just saying. Have you painted or drawn a character from Avatar: The Last Airbender series?
I have not. Sadly.
I thought you did.
I may have doodled Appa or something at one point, but I don't think I've...
Momo. I think you doodled Momo. Because for the boys. Ha, blow dryer is great. I just end up waiting for the paint to dry and then never see the unfinished work again. And that is why the blow dryer. Power Knight says, I discovered you recently and I couldn't believe it when I found out you made Animal Crackers. I love that movie so much and I'm truly impressed at what you've been able to accomplish.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
That's Power Knights. You're very sweet.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of luck too.
Yeah.
Star says, she's not a tea snob, she's a tea enthusiast.
That is way too kind.
I would happily take the title tea snob because there are some teas I just can't drink. Like they bring me Lipton in a restaurant, I look at them like they're insane. I'm like, no, take this away, peasant. I have good stuff in my purse. A Pride and Prejudice snob, you really are my type. Will you try oil painting?
I did in high school. Look, I have a blow dryer because I don't want to wait for watercolors to dry. Do you really think I want to wait 6 months for for oil paints to dry?
That's funny. I like how you say blow dryer before you do it so people won't get a heart attack if they're doing their stuff.
Yeah, plus people sometimes have headphones in.
Does the blow dryer ever have bad effects, like when there's a lot of water on the page and the blow dryer kind of drips it away?
Yeah, totally. And you'll notice that when I'm in the lighter stage, like the yellows, I'll let the watercolors just kind of just blow all over the place because it's light colors that'll get covered up.
There you are. There's no way you have been painting for 40 years. You guys look 42.
Oh.
You're sweet.
Thank you.
You're blind, but you're sweet. Jasmine always loved painting since I was a kid till my late teens, but then I stopped out of fear of not being good enough. Corona brought me back, and now I try to paint nearly every day just for fun.
Oh, that's great. Art's not a competition. It's a passion. You don't have to be good at it.
Oh, Dennis Tail, I'm in school right now. Don't get us in trouble. Does he record while drawing in the live for the shorts?
I sometimes do. For these, I'm not. But like if we do like a hair journal piece, I'm going to start doing that. I have an extra phone now to do that.
What was the most time you ever spent on a painting?
Oh, it was the Animal Crackers movie poster. I took a year to teach myself gouache because I'd never done it before. And then I spent, I think it was like 11 weeks painting the poster because it was so big.
How long have you been doing watercolor, honey?
About 12 years now.
And what color do you use as the base for the skin?
Oh, I use Windsor Orange, and all of my art supplies are in my
bio.
They're in my bio, yeah.
Could I improve my art greatly on my own, or do I really need art teachers who can point out what I'm doing wrong?
No, you don't want an art teacher to tell you what you're doing wrong. You don't want people to tell you what you're doing wrong. You want to learn, you want to say, how do I improve this particular thing? But I don't think you want, like people keep asking me for critiques. I'm not going to critique your work. If you're making art, I think it's wonderful. The end. But if you say, I'm having a hard time drawing this eye, I'll do my best to help you with that. I think it's better for artists to learn stuff on their own. I went to art school and it was fantastic, but I think...
Yeah, but you're a terrible student.
I'm a terrible student too, yeah. But I think, I've learned so much more. Like 10% of what you see is art school. The other 90% is stuff I've just learned on my own. Blow dryer.
TJ's second time in the live.
Welcome back.
Why is my sketch always better than the final product?
Ah,
Yes, Scott's mom was an illustrator. She's actually getting back into it, you guys. She's painting again, which is great.
we're trying.
Yeah,
we're trying to get her
we're
to...
encouraging. How do you make original ideas to draw? I can't seem to make one. That's bad rhapsody.
For me, I'm not someone who's gonna do an original, like, hey, I came up with this out of my head. What I will do is I will get inspired by somebody else's art or photography or just a place I've been or something, and then I'll take that and then I will paint it in my own style. That's just me, so I might not be the best person to ask that question, because there's a ton of artists who can just...
Bethany actually does stuff out of her head. She sketches things out of her head.
Yeah.
She'd be a good one to ask that question
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Rose will have to check that out. Idiot Fish says you guys are the best, Scott and Donna.
Thank you so much.
Donna is the tea queen, says Lula. You're funny. Brett the Brush Aaron says, I thought your watercolor video was very cohesive and informative, especially for the short time you were still able to pack in a lot of information. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I had to cut out the whole thing on paperweight.
Mm-hmm.
The difference between 90 pound and 140 pound and yada, yada, yada. But
oh, your videos are what inspired Supreme Aiden to start watercoloring. He said, thanks, Scott. Love this.
oh, fantastic. Thank you.
Oracle Have a Cookie says, love your work. You are so talented. Don't mind if I do. My mom is really good at writing, but she hates doing it.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes that's just not their thing. Let's see. These are watercolors.
Blow dryer. If you want to be an animator, I wouldn't waste your time with illustration at all. Animation is more about acting than anything else. I mean, I'm assuming you're going to be a 3D animator, not a 2D animator. And if so, then get to practicing with the software. You could be doing that now and animate every day. Just practice. But I would also consider taking some acting classes. I was an animator for, like a decade, and you have to read scripts, and you have to listen to the lines, and you have to think of how that character is going to act in that moment. And it is so much more about acting than it is about illustration. If it's 3D animation, you're not illustrating anything. You're given a puppet that you have to bring to life, and that's where I would put my time is into acting and learning about the keyframes and whatnot.
Joni says, art is definitely not a competition. It's about following your joy. You can't compare yourself to others. You can't. It's about you and your vision and your passion.
Yes. Well said.
I'm writing an essay on Norman Rockwell. Do you know any fun facts or cool things about him? Well, wait a second. Kira, I think you need to do a little more research. Hashtag that's the mother in me.
We did. I'm hoping that you saw the video in our 60 Days of Studying the Masters. I did one on Norman Rockwell.
Yep.
One of my favorite ones is, it might be an urban legend, but this is what we were told in art school, which is Norman Rockwell was studying J.C. Leindecker's work, and he was a big fan of J.C. Leyendecker. And the story goes that Norman Rockwell, as you know, would take a lot of photographs of his subjects and use that for reference. that J.C. Leyendecker caught him using photo reference and said he was cheating and that he wasn't really an artist because he was using photo reference, whereas J.C. Leyendecker would get a model and he would draw it and he would refer to his own drawings when he would do the paintings. So it's just that same thing that we're still hearing
Mentality.
100 years later, is that, people are like, oh, that's cheating. No, use whatever technology is available to you to make art. Whatever technology, it doesn't matter. You're just making art. But that's my favorite Norman Rockwell story.
What's your best advice for liquid ink and incorporating it into art?
I like using liquid ink for
spill it everywhere.
Yeah, for its saturation. So for me, it's something I use for my backgrounds, or if I want the hair to be really, really saturated. I don't use it for painting skin or anything like that. Not that it can't be, but ink doesn't water down as well as watercolors does, so you don't get that subtlety. That's at least me.
Leo Geo says, my art teacher is always saying that I'm bad at art because it's cartoon style and not realistic.
Okay, art teachers should never say you're bad at art.
No,
people should never say you're bad at art.
Subjective.
And so just don't listen to that art teacher. You have a bad art teacher.
Yep.
Just the end. I'm not even going to argue that. I'm not going to justify that. If anybody tells you that your art is bad, don't just they're not a part of your life.
Ruchi says, hello Scott, I did a few pictures digitally in the last 2 days because your positivity and approach to art is so inspiring. I just want to paint, even if it's just for 15 to 30 minutes a day.
That's wonderful. I hope more people make art because they want to, not to try to make it a career or anything, just because they love art.
Scott does not enjoy drawing backgrounds.
Yeah.
And Jules says, your mom was a cutie pie and I loved her so much.
Oh, thank you. Blow dryer.
A video on what to do when you get art block.
Oh yeah, there's a whole video on art block.
Upside Down says, I recently entered a poster competition for Anti-Tobacco Day. I painted the poster in watercolors and your tutorials were super helpful.
Oh, fantastic.
Thanks, Bad Rhapsody.
I like that there's an anti-tobacco day.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Her name. Okay, the question was, and whoever put the question in, I apologize, I can't remember now because there's so many of you, but ask Bethany about the question was making something out of your head, coming up with an idea to paint something out of your head. How do you do that? Scott doesn't really have an answer for that because he doesn't draw it out of his head, but I know you do. So perhaps
I think it was something like coming up with an original painting kind of thing.
Yeah, an original idea. A says, my daughter's naturally talented. I buy her colored pencils and paint. She just loves pencils only right now. Then I saw age progression video of your art and that you were still doing pencil at her age of 14. Oh
yeah. I mean, and there are artists who never pick up color. They become black and white artists, I think the thing is that, are they happy? Are they happy doing what they want to do? Now, if they're going to make a career of it, that becomes the next thing is, when an artist decides to turn their passion into a career, now suddenly you have to figure out, how do I market this? How do I sell myself with this? What do people need from me? My friend Carter Goodrich, he designed the characters for our movie. He designed Monsters, Inc., Finding Nemo, Ratatouille, Brave. He does primarily black and white illustrations.
Pencils.
And yeah, pencils, just a number 2 pencil.
Yep.
So you have to find,
talented.
Once you turn right now, let her focus on her passion. Yeah. But once she gets out of high school and goes into college, she can start figuring out, how do I take this passion and make it a marketable skill that companies will need. But she has time. She has time.
Yvonne says, me too, I bought watercolor last year but barely touched it. Now I'm really excited to learn and start doing watercolor because of you.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
Is the blow dryer hot air or is that just me?
It is. It's all hot air. Blow dryer.
Paintings on Etsy, and I have a bunch of them that I'm going to be adding today. You can check there for them. Scott has tried digital drawing. He's done movies digitally and also a comic book, The Dreamland Chronicles, digitally.
And Spider-Man.
We are doing very well this morning. Thank you. You can check the art hacks for the noses, mouths, different parts of the body that Scott's got art hacks on. Of course, we have read Calvin and Hobbes.
Don't insult
me. I would be so uncultured had I not read Calvin and Hobbes.
I love Calvin and Hobbes.
Athens says, I just want to see your art is amazing and I'm inspired. I learned so much and you were the one who kept me going. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I love hearing that.
Have you ever tried non-paint mediums like markers? If so, how was your experience?
Yeah, for most of my career, I did Prismacolors and markers. And I loved them. I just got bored, as I tend to do. And if you look at the art progression, the one with the song Can't the Future Just Wait, you'll see all of the different mediums I've used, including digital, over my career. And I think every decade or so I get bored and try something new.
Man, Mercury, you just gotta keep practicing.
Yeah.
Hello says, I love your videos. They give me inspiration to draw.
Thank
Salmon
you.
says, do you have simplified ways for drawing things? Like I found a way to draw an eye by drawing a small fish and then drawing a circle in it and then make eyelashes from the tail of the fish.
Not like that. That is very creative. And for me, I do have videos on how to draw eyes and whatnot. But for me, it's a circle, not a fish.
Rose, I am so sorry. Rose has been fighting a migraine for 2 weeks.
Oh gosh.
That's a week longer than I have, honey, and I don't even know how you're still like sitting up vertical. Is it hard to use ink for coloring?
Hard to use ink for coloring? You mean like out of the bottle ink? No, I mean that's what it's there for, really.
Hector forgot to mention that my kids have your movie Animal Crackers on Netflix for a week already, and I'm just noticing you directed it. Great movie, great storyline.
Thank you, and thank your kids for me.
How was art school? Did you enjoy it?
I did and I didn't. I didn't like the homework assignments and having to pay attention in class. But
so basically, you didn't like being a student.
Yeah, I don't like being a student. You know, like you can't tell me what to do, that kind of thing. But I did love being in San Francisco and being around other artists and all the other cool stuff.
Shinobu says, I love the Animal Crackers movie. I wish there was a part 2. So do we.
So do we. We're working on it. Yeah.
It is watercolor. I recently got a JC book of art and I absolutely love it. Thank you, Scott, for really inspiring me and for the art advice. It's helped me, and I've been doing art for about 7 to 8 years. So
oh, that's fantastic.
Do you have any artworks that you really like, Donna? Oh my gosh. Yes. I'm a Rembrandt kind of person. I really like Rembrandt's paintings. I also like a lot of things with light. Like you'll also find me, oh my God, now I'm gonna draw a blank on the guy with the spring, the painting.
Oh, Alma Tadema.
Thank you, Alma Tadema. I love that one. Norman Rockwell also is a favorite of mine.
And this is Donna's favorite painting of mine.
Yeah, hands down, that one's my favorite.
We got to get it framed one day.
I need it framed and I need it to be hanging in my office. But that is my favorite painting he's done. It's just lovely. He does have a video on noses. You can check out the Art Hacks channel.
Yes. Playlist, Art Hacks playlist.
Sorry, playlist. I don't know if you've gone to see this, but I met your channel 2 weeks ago and I love your art. You are so creative and talented. I do a little bit of art too, but your art is amazing. That's Arte Vita.
Thank you so much.
Salmon says about teachers that say your art is bad. I think they are doing their job, and he was talking about drawing bad anatomy.
No, I don't think so. I think you could say we can improve on this, but I just don't think it ever helps anybody in any situation to say what you're doing is bad. I mean, unless you're in law enforcement and it's a criminal caught red-handed. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just don't see the situation where saying the words "you" and "bad" is ever appropriate or helpful. You know, a teacher's job is to encourage, especially an art teacher. You know, it's a high school or junior high or whatever art teacher. I'm sorry, in college, I didn't have anybody tell me what I was doing was bad, and I was doing horrible stuff. I was a horrible student, but they had the patience and compassion to encourage me to get better.
There's a difference between suggesting changes you can make to make something look better, or suggesting, like, this is how the musculature is, and this is how the folds drape in the clothes, and this is what hair looks like, and this is how, or perhaps you might want to try this. There's difference. I mean, look at the guy that taped a banana to a wall and called it art. I mean, that to me personally is not art, but to somebody else it might be art. So,
but it's not bad.
Saying the word bad doesn't help people improve.
Yeah. Like if people say, what do you think of abstract art? I'm not a fan of it.
Exactly. But other people like it.
I would not say it's bad.
Exactly. Have you ever done a self-portrait?
No. But I have I have drawn Stanley Tucci once, so that's kind of close.
I hope to find someone I get along with as well as you and your wife do.
Oh, thank you.
You just gotta smack your husband around every once in a while, and then it works well. Shinobu says, "What, you guys are working on animal crackers too?" We are indeed. I want him to do a coloring book. Everybody in the SBC wants him to do a coloring book. And there are coloring pages on our Discord, but no, he refuses to do a
That's
coloring
not
book.
refusing. I don't like my inking. And
I love your inking, and I think
blow dryer. This was a gift. Someone gifted me this handmade sketchbook. Yeah.
Oh, Santa's here.
Hey, Santa. So we
go give our friend Santa some love, you guys.
I didn't know what to do with it, so I decided to just start doing some Lord of the Rings characters.
Donna, ask him if he could paint something Mexican. I don't know if that's a word, like the Book of the Dead. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. But I have painted Frida Kahlo.
Yes. What cheaper art supplies do you recommend? Everything he buys mostly is cheap.
Yeah, I mean,
except the tape.
The Cotman travel kit is $25 in my the link in my bios in my art supplies.
Have you ever met a fan in person, and if so, how did they react?
I've never met anybody who was a fan of my like the YouTube stuff. I've met fans for the Dreamland Chronicles before when we used to go to comic book conventions or Spider-Man, and that was really, really nice. But I mean, I'm a really introverted person, so.
Lime Bean says art is never bad, it's a work in progress, but so is life.
Yeah.
And Artavelli says, I'm self-taught and sometimes get to tutor kids. It's tricky. I mostly encourage observation, direct attention to things in a reference, and offering help when the kids are frustrated.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Like I said, I just people just stay away from using the word from criticizing.
Right.
Criticizing.
Says, I took a beginning drawing class in college. The teacher had us stand up and talk about each piece. He encouraged us to find something positive about each piece we did. Now that is an art teacher I can get behind.
Yeah.
The drawings are so cool.
Oh, thank
Blow
you.
dryer is my line. Richard says, just for the record, Donna brought up the tape. Yes, I did. Because it's not a cheap art supply. Since you have an art book all about long hair, how about you draw the iconic long hair Queen Rapunzel if you want to? Just thought of it watching your video.
Rapunzel and Medusa have been recommended, so yes.
Oh, Erica says, I remember my high school art teacher was yelling at me at my artwork because I was taking too much time on an art piece. If I remember, was even changing stuff on my artwork. Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I don't understand that.
I am seeing someone ask for Frida Kahlo. I think that's...
Yeah, the Landon Lee Karina says Frida Kahlo. Do we have Frida Kahlo?
I'm looking, sorry.
Yeah, she would be in the Etsy store, thank you, Bethany, if she hasn't sold. Let's see. Melissa Willett says, I believe in the Oreo critique method, something good and improvement, and something good. Yeah, that works. Because of the creamy filling in the middle, I get that. Do you draw from life? If yes, how does your drawing from life affect your art style?
Yeah, we had to do 3 hours. Sorry, the Frida Kahlo is sold, but there is the video. So if you look in the 60 Days of Studying the Masters, you'll see Frida Kahlo. We did 3 hours a day of figure drawing, live figure drawing class in college.
And sometimes nude figure drawing.
Yes.
When Donna would run out of the room screaming, "Oh my God!" Anyway, thank you, Bethany. I respect you so much, and you were the reason I bought acrylics and started painting. That's Tashka Aura.
Okay, first of all, thank you. And second of all, my apologies that you went out and bought acrylics.
Stop it! Maybe they like acrylics.
I can't paint with acrylics, but I hope you like them.
Oh, God, you're terrible. Love your art style. Can you please draw some My Hero Academia characters?
I will have to look it up.
Do you think a professional artist should be able to draw on command? My mom said so, and she's a super good artist, but it depresses me. What do you mean draw on command? Like, draw me a pencil.
Well, no, I don't think you should be able to draw anything out of your head on command. I can't. I can draw anything I see, but there are cartoonists who can draw anything out of their head. So I think it just depends on what direction you go. Some people can draw out of their head, and some people need photo reference or need to see something.
Hammond says cheap art supplies for beginners is copy paper and a pencil or a pen. I've used those every day for 2 years and I've spent around $10. Seriously,
Yeah.
All you need is paper and a pen.
Paper and pencils, all you need to get better.
Taksha says love from India.
Oh, thank you.
Are you planning to collab? That's Soria. And if I butchered your name, I apologize.
I'm sorry, collab with who?
It was our plan to collab. I don't think you've got any artists that you're going to collab with right now.
Not currently, no.
Stefan says Scott painting with mud is fun too. Oh gosh, you guys are funny.
Well, we finished another page.
Richard says I love acrylics now. LOL.
We only have 2 more dwarves to go, and then we're done.
The Oddity says you're one of my favorite artists. My other 2 are my sister and Sam does art.
Oh,
Hibbs
thank
says
you.
love from Sudan. Golly,
Oh, wow.
We really have people from all over the world here.
Well,
You guys are so cool.
we did do, I think it was a Sudanese painter in the 60 days.
I don't remember. We did so many. Y'all, a 64 pack of Crayola crayons is like $5. This is true.
No.
By drawing on command, I mean when someone says, draw me and a house with a certain art style, and you do it right then and there. Oh boy. Shh.
Hold on, Mr. Clock. I think that she's looking for performance art, like people who can just, throw stuff at a canvas and then turn it upside down and, and voila, it's a beautiful painting. I just don't think artists work like that. I think artists need to be in a mood, they need to be in a proper place.
Well, maybe
And
some can. Like a
no, I know.
caricature
I'm
artist
saying
like
I
Disney
think
World,
she's looking for a
Yeah.
performance artist, like a
Yeah.
character artist,
Yeah.
you know. But
Do you know any YouTuber artists you'd love to be friends with?
no, I really haven't had a chance to meet other YouTubers. I've only been doing it for, I think we're starting our 6th week of
Yeah.
really kind of putting an effort and kind
Yeah.
of spending time here on YouTube. So we're still relatively new to YouTube.
And Drowny says you're so freaking kind to Emma. Isn't Emma wonderful? All of our mods are fantastic, and we love Emma. She's over in the UK.
Hey,
She drinks lots of tea with me.
Hey, Sam's Let's Fold. Sam's Let's Fold. There is a video in my playlist, the Art Hacks playlist on noses.
Petra says, my art teacher is nice. He encourages us to find our style and have fun with art, but he constantly tells me to avoid realism as much as I can because it doesn't make sense because we have photographs.
Yeah, I will say this. Photorealism is kind of, it's kind of, I don't want to say unnecessary, because I think it is, definitely a talented thing when people can do photorealism, but I think as artists, we should start trying to find a way to show the world how we see it different than a camera. I think cameras have kind of taken photorealism
Nora wants to know
out of the
how
way.
you draw pupils so confidently. Mine always end up looking weird, she says.
The pupil is just a circle and you fill it in. That's all a pupil is. Then you have the,
Santa says this looks great.
oh, thank you. Then you have the
Does
iris
your mood
around
affect
it.
your ability to draw?
Yeah, it does. I mean, I know as a professional, you should be able to draw anything, anywhere, yada yada yada. But we're human beings, We feel, we have good days, we have bad days, and sometimes just our art just isn't at its best. It's just not. And so I think we got to cut ourselves some slack when that happens, and just I don't know.
I'm definitely better with reference photos. I'm more comfortable in acrylic, but I've gotten some cheap supplies from Five Below, like watercolor and markers that work pretty well. That's Creative Nerves.
Oh, fantastic.
Anne Marie just got here in time for the clock. Will you be drawing more historical figures in the future?
Yeah, we're doing a series after this, which is 30 People Who Made the World a Better Place.
Audie liked your watercolor video.
Oh, thank you. Thank you guys for watching the new video.
Let's see. Maddie Borman has to go, but loved watching this so much. Your art is amazing, Scott, and I love watching you work. Idiot Fish says, I love the mods. I know they're wonderful.
Yes, thank you all. And
they're wonderful. We couldn't do this without them. Emma says, talking of tea, I need to go make some more. You and me both. My cups, plural, are empty.
I think I am going. Yeah, I love doodling eyes. I could do that all day. I am gonna go grab some breakfast because it is 11 o'clock, and we will see you all, everybody, 7 p.m. Central Time. That's 5 p.m. Pacific or 8 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow we're gonna do an evening live.
Tomorrow will be an evening live.
All right. So,
you're welcome, Petra. I'm glad Scott could help you. When did you start painting? And please, can you give advice for the intermediate artists? I'm 11. I've been painting since I was 6, and I've started using new art styles, but I can't make my original. That was the end.
Character. Okay.
Yeah.
I started painting in watercolor 12 years ago, but if you look at the some of my recent videos, like you can see my art through time. There's like a long version. I would look at that so you can kind of see my progression and line it up to where you're at. You'll see my art at 11 and kind of where I went.
And please don't be hard on yourself.
Yeah, it's not a competition.
Look at Scott and then look at yourself. He's got 53 years of experience, and you are not. I mean, you're so young. You have so much time to.
Hi,
to play with your
Uraraka.
style.
I read yours, and I thank you for loving our channel.
You're funny.
Bye, everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you, Mr. Mac Baby.
Guys. Thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. We appreciate you. Have a wonderful day today, you guys.
Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow evening.
We will. will indeed.